We found this item at an op shop in Victoria, Australia. It looks to be made of brass and sat on a steel frame stand. There are holes at the bottom of the vessel with protrusions, and the pins are set and do not retract, but they are hollow to allow something in or out of the vessel. My sister bought it because it was mysterious, and she liked the shape. It looks sort of like a pot, or an incense device, or an instrument maybe. Nothing to indicate any electronics involved. What is this thing? This is an antique Kunafa cup used to make Kunafa pastry, a traditional Middle Eastern dessert made from thin, crispy buttered pastry layered with gooey melted cheese or cream, baked until golden, and soaked in scented sugar syrup. The Kunafa batter is poured into the cup and comes out of the funnels as it's moved in various patterns over a hot grease pan to make the pastry. It is a popular iconic treat served during celebrations like Ramadan and at large gatherings, symbolizing hospitality. What is this basket thing I found in the giveaway pile? I believe it is something for plants, for pets, or maybe for laundry. Someone said it's a basket that fits on the stairs. What do we think? It's a pre-war wicker child seat for a bicycle, designed as a rear-mounted child carrier or shopping basket, commonly seen on classic Dutch-style bicycles, and often referred to as a Holland classic style. I remember sitting in the back of these, all snug with a blanket and a jug with boiling water in the winter when we went to my grandparents on a bike. We need help identifying this component, found in a rural farm field. The dimensions are approximately 2 feet by 3 feet, and the panel is a metal honeycomb covered with carbon fiber and a foam-like reverse side. The frayed carbon fiber makes it appear furry. Any help figuring out exactly what this is very much appreciated. It's likely a piece of debris from a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Here's another one that also fell on a Saskatchewan farmer's field in February of 2024. He found it while checking his field northwest of Regina. It's furry because the panel got very hot and burned the resin. The carbon fiber will not be burned away at the temperature, so the fibers that used to be captured in the matrix are now free. What is this green circular tool with spikes? We found this at an antique store. Nobody knew what it was, and we were all so confused. There is a smaller circle on top that hinges up when you press down on the handle. My initial thought was a can opener, but I can't seem to find any that look like this. I've searched for a spiky circular tool, but haven't gotten any worthwhile hits. What is this thing, and when do you think it was made? It's a mid-century castration device, specifically designed for the bloodless castration of farm animals like bulls and goats by applying a small rubber band. It was patented on June 24, 1952 by Robert M. Minnock of Denver, Colorado. You put a tiny rubber band on the spikes, squeeze the handles to stretch it open, put the scrotum and testicles through the hole, and release the rubber band. It cuts off circulation, and the nuts fall off. Castration changes how the animals put on muscle due to the lessened testosterone. This creates a more preferred meat product. It also changes the demeanor of the animals, making them gentler and safer to work with. What is this bamboo basket with a thin wire attached to the bottom of the basket and a spoke at the top? The spoke does not come out, but it turns, which makes the wire more taut. When plucked, the wire makes a sound, but it isn't very pleasant or consistent. There is no writing or markings anywhere on it. The vendor did not know what it was. She was reselling from a box of stuff he got at an auction. Does anyone have any clue what it might be? It's an Ectara, a one-stringed musical instrument used in the traditional music of Bengal and used in modern-day music of Bangladesh and Eastern India. It is used primarily as a rhythmic drone, with the player plucking the string with one finger. The sound can be altered by squeezing the flexible neck, which changes the string's tension and pitch. It is often considered one of the oldest stringed instruments in the Indian subcontinent. What is this block of wood? About 24 inches tall and 12 inches across. I found it last summer on a remote part of the Washington state coast. It doesn't look finished, and my guess would be that it was a project to make a stool that was abandoned. But someone said it was some sort of marker for land surveying. Any ideas as to what this might be? This is a coffee table. Here's a photo I found with similar tables. I guess it fell into the sea from some rich person's luxury yacht and then washed ashore. What is this oversized load on the freeway in Arizona? A large bowl-shaped piece of metal, approximately 10 by 10 feet. It appears to be upside down with legs for when it's sitting on the ground and has holes on the sides, which might be for an attachment point. Looking through Google image search, I didn't find anything with this exact shape. Does anyone know what the heck this might be? Thank you in advance. It's a foundry ladle, used in steel mills for holding and transporting molten slag produced during metal smelting. It is constructed from durable cast steel to withstand extreme heat and corrosive materials. Arizona is known as the Copper State and Grand Canyon State, and the state produces 60% of all copper in the US. If I were to guess, it's on its way to a copper smelter. Such massive kettles are needed only in the largest of smelting facilities. What is this thing with a handle, 2 metal rods, and multiple spring steel discs, displayed with old farming equipment? It is made entirely of metal, and the discs slide on the rods. Someone suggested they could be field markers for sports, like soccer practice and stuff, but it was found in a historical farm setting. Any history or extra information is helpful. Thank you. It's a disc stack carrier for an early 20th century de Laval hand crank cream separators, the core functional components of a centrifugal cream separator. The discs are stacked together inside the spinning bowl to dramatically increase the surface area for separating cream from skim milk. They work by dividing the milk into thin layers, allowing the centrifugal force to push the heavier skim milk to the outside, while the lighter cream moves toward the center. What is this red apparatus with various pulleys, wheels, and spools that are made to turn? Maybe it could feed something through them to crush, but it doesn't look sturdy enough to exert large pressure. Any info on what application it could have been used for would be awesome. Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.